Good morning and welcome back to Upstate Living. As we know, hard decisions have to be made in life in order for things to progress in the smoothest and most positive way. And when it comes to having these conversations, Herzog Law Firm is there for you.
Yes, and joining us now live to tell us more about the help you can receive as you plan for the future is Managing Principal at Herzog Law, David Kavikian. David, thank you so much for being here. This is such an important topic.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks so much, David. So let's get right into it. We're talking estate planning today. Yeah. So let's talk about what that is and what people need to know.
Yeah, so at its simplest, estate planning is who gets things one day when we're not here anymore, and we don't like to talk about that topic very often. And we remind clients that you have life insurance for a reason, and you have beneficiaries on it. You might have retirement accounts with beneficiaries on it, bank accounts, and so on. And so how you leave your money, who you're leaving it to, when and how is incredibly important. For families that have small kids, it's even more important to make sure that our kids get money the right way, not all at once, over time, and so on. And later on in life, estate planning turns into a little bit more of protecting my money in case we have long-term care needs.
You know, I think the when is the tough part, when to have this conversation, when to start this planning. And so I guess that's my question. When should this process begin for people?
Yeah, so technically everyone 18 and over really should have some level of estate plan, even if it's a basic health care proxy or a power of attorney, so people can make important decisions for you if you're incapacitated. As we get older and develop a family, it becomes even more important to make sure we have a will in place with rules for those minor children, who's going to be a guardian, who's going to be trustee over time. And then to me, this real sweet spot is we're getting a little older, in our 50s and our 60s and up. We don't want to just make sure that the plan ends the right way. We want to protect as much money as possible. We want to age the right way. We want to stay at home if we can.
And with this being a difficult topic of conversation, how do you go about having these discussions? How do you make people feel comfortable, loved, and appreciated when it comes to having these conversations back and forth here?
It's a great question. I think the most important thing is for people to understand that they have a say in their lives and their plans. And however and whoever they want to leave their money to is up to them. They just need to put it in writing.
Sure.
A big piece of it is making sure that they realize that this really complicated area of life isn't so complicated. And there's a lot of bad information out there, a lot of myths about estate planning and elder law, which is the process of aging and how we age and where we age. And it's really important for them to understand that it's as simple as whatever they want, we can put them in the best shape to make that happen. We don't control everything, but for example, if someone has long-term care needs and might need a nursing home, let's see if home can work instead.
Makes a lot of sense, yeah.
Does this give clients a lot of peace to have this all settled?
I think so. They're often very nervous coming into the process, and usually when they leave, they're a little more comfortable. I mean, we don't prevent kids from fighting. We can't prevent everything, but we want to put our clients in the best position to succeed as a plan.
And what other tips do you have for people that are about to embark on this journey of estate planning?
So everyone out there already has a plan. Not having an estate plan technically is an estate plan. There are rules in New York that says where your money goes and how it's going to be spent as we have long-term care needs. And it's just important for people to know that, again, they have a say in how that's going to go. And a basic power of attorney can be a wonderful start to a comprehensive estate plan.
We appreciate it, man. First-class answers here, right, Ann?
Yes. Is there anything else for folks out there that are thinking about this right now?
Well, get educated on the topic. There's so many details in everyone's lives, and this area of law is very asset specific, need specific. Your wants and desires are really important, and we need to know all that to come up with a good plan.
It's a good thing you're going to be back here very often helping us out, answering these questions. And we actually have a way for people to ask their own legal questions. They can ask David right here. He's going to be back on our show very, very soon. So if you want to submit your question, go ahead and send an email to upstateliving@upstateliving.show.com. David, thank you so much for being here with us this morning.
Thank you.
This is great. Yeah, and still ahead.